Okay, let's talk about the Acer Aspire one. This is the lowest spec laptop I've reviewed on this channel, and common sense would suggest that it's also the lowest price. I picked it up from Acer eBay store factory refurbished for around $200 after discounts. As I've said before in my other reviews of Acer products, this is indistinguishable from new, only that it comes in a plain brown cardboard box and someone else touched it before you. Kinda like a For specs, it comes with an Intel N4500 Celeron processor with Intel UHD graphics, 4GB of RAM, 128GB of storage, Windows 10 Home S Edition. The S in S Edition stands for stingy or stupid. So if you're interested in getting a real license for Windows 10 Pro, check out my website. I have them for much less than the retail price, link is in the description. It has this nice feature where the screen lifts the back of the laptop as it's opened. We usually find this in laptops that cost way more than this, although I'm not sure how necessary it is, considering that the Celeron processor in this laptop is far from being a powerhouse. Far from being a powerhouse. Although, it does angle the laptop for a nicer typing experience. It has a full-size keyboard with numpad that works as it should, but the keys are a bit mushy for my taste. The trackpad is surprisingly good for the price range, it's of an adequate size, and gestures are easy to perform using it. The webcam is 720p and is just as crappy as every other 720p webcam. For port selection, on the right hand side it has the power port, a gigabit Ethernet port, and two USB 3.2 Gen 1 Type A ports. On the left it has a Kensington lock, a USB 2.0 port, and a combined audio jack. On the back we can find the like and subscribe button that you've been neglecting so far since the start of this video. How about you make them feel a little less lonely? Opening it up and looking on the inside, I'm actually surprised to see that it has quite a bit of upgrade options. The first thing that I see is that it has two RAM slots, which is shocking because I was expecting it to have the RAM baked on. One slot is filled with a 4GB 3200MHz DDR4 stick, and it's super easy to chuck another one in. The lightweight Intel Celeron processor can be found here. It's a dual-core, dual-thread CPU that runs at 1.1 GHz and turbo boost to 2.8 GHz. It looks like the 128GB is flash storage that's soldered onto the board. It has read speeds of 286 MB per second and write speeds of 237 MB per second, which is really not good. But we do have the option to add a M.2 SSD that will be 10 times faster than this potato. The Wi-Fi card is 802.11 AC with Bluetooth 5.0, but it's also replaceable if you choose to do so. The battery is 43 watt-hours and I get around 9 hours of normal use with the brightness set to 30%, and that's doing web browsing and watching YouTube. Speaking of brightness, the screen is a 15.6-inch Full HD LED that I have absolutely no information on. I like Acer, but when it comes to their product information, they're one of the vaguest laptop manufacturers. What the hell is ComfyView? Until I get testing equipment one day, the only thing I can tell you is that it's matte. I wasn't expecting much in terms of gaming performance from this anemic Celeron processor. Honestly, I didn't even plan to do this review because of it. But to satiate my curiosity, I went against my better judgment, and here we are. I'll be adding something new to my reviews, and that's synthetic benchmarks. First up we have Geekbench, where I got a single core score of 602 and a multi-core score of 1145. On 3D Mark Skydiver, I got a score of 2167, and Firestrike gave me a score of 560. For the gaming tests, I tried out GTA 5, Dirt 4, and Fortnite, which I was surprised that I could even get them running in the first place. Even though the Celeron is the bottom of the barrel in terms of CPU performance, I'm curious to see how much better it will perform with more RAM and in dual channel mode. Get subscribed to see that video coming soon, where I'll be testing that out with more games. Even though I've been hard on this Intel Celeron CPU, for the price of $200, it manages what's expected of it, and that's internet browsing, consuming media, and light office work. Acer has built a solid package around it, giving us impressive upgradability and good features, such as an awesome battery life and good build quality. If you're interested in something with a lot more power and top of the line features, check out my last video that's on screen now.